Hey, what's good? What it do? As you already know, I've recently started my $500 to $100,000 trading challenge, where I'm doing the best in my ability to run up a low-end portfolio in honestly one of the worst market conditions. Without much yapping, let's get to it. So if you follow me on my socials or by any chance track my challenge wallets, you know for a fact that just 2 days ago, I actually managed to hit a 6-day winning streak on my BSC wallet from like fucking $230 with fees deducted. Judging by the fact that majority of KOLs can't repeat the same with much larger size ports, I would say not bad at all, right? Yet, not everything went as smooth as it was intended to. After hitting the 6-day winning streak and bragging about it on social media, my challenge hit the fan, and from the $500 that I ran up on BSC, the port went down to like $100 due to a few on-chain factors that basically fucked our streak and strategy. And then the remaining $100 I decided to bridge over to Solana to see if I can run it up at least a bit, you know, because the volume was kind of pumping. Well, guess what? If it seemed like there is nothing to ape aside from complete shitters on BSC, then Solana ended it all, bro. As literally almost every single coin I hopped into was destined to hit the rock bottom. So now, from $500 that we initially split in two to trade on both chains for this challenge, we're left with one large McDonald's meal in the best case. That's the game we're a part of. No crying in the casino, it is what it is. My challenge is like a solid proof of what it looks like for a completely average trader in Q4 of 2025. However, bro, if you think it's over, well fellas, quoting the chubby nerd, all I'm going to say, it's actually only getting started. Because I've got another ace up in my sleeve that we're going to use starting today. Before I dive into discussing our new asset, first let me quickly break down why the so promising BSC chain suddenly flipped on us and the 6-day winning streak turned into a fucking disaster. Shit is simple. 3 major events happened related to the BSC chain memes, and all of them pretty much at the same fucking time. First, while BSC chain was filled with good tech coins, the trenches on Solana were dying out at that point. So a lot of vampers and 30k topper devs hopped on BSC chain to extract the liquidity because all the volume was on BSC at that moment, which again obviously resulted in a lot of LARP coins or typical 30 to 50k toppers. Second event, the 4meme Launchpad's main X page was suspended due to unknown reasons. As you already understand, that highly impacted the BSC trenches, because for a lot of people who were expecting an airdrop from 4meme, it seemed like a huge red flag and potential exit scam. And this event alone left a major impact on the BSC trenches. You could literally notice how the real tech runners were nowhere to be seen and the volume died down. And last but not least, the FUD situation involving my beloved GMG trading terminal. Basically, some organization spawned a huge runner coin which had a direct, perfectly coded drainer attached to it, which again resulted in a lot of people getting their wallets drained. Of course, everyone blamed GMGN, which caused a lot of panic, and people stopped trading BSC chain memes at that point. Like the previous 2 events weren't enough, bro. And now the fucking bullshit with some assholes dropping a perfectly targeted drainer. Anyways, after a rather quick investigation by GMGN, it turned out that it had nothing to do with GMGN, and it was simply a perfectly played out attack on traders, and those who were fucking dumb enough to click on that shit got refunded by GMGN, even though they didn't have to refund them. So with all those 3 events combined at the same time, I think you can already imagine the state of BSC trenches, right? Well, and to keep it short, that's how our 6-day winning streak ended, and our port slowly but steadily got sent to the bottom. Now, let me tell you something, bro, this is not Forex or whatever. So in this space, you must be ready to adapt to whatever situation, right? And unfortunately, or fortunately, in the meme coin trading ecosystem, changes can happen within days. And to make a gazillion of monies, you must maintain on the way, bro, by constantly adapting. After burning the port and being left with the last $20 on the wallet, I thought that maybe I'll just top it up again and get back in the trenches. But then I thought again and made a decision to pull out a major ace from my sleeve. Something that I feel like I could be really good at, something that I honestly haven't done previously, aside from some quick tests back in like 2024 maybe. Guys, we did our best, we had a proper plan of action, we made mistakes and learned from them, and we even had a 6-day winning streak at one point, right? However, it's time to change the rules a bit and speed run the whole process to 100k as much as possible. For that reason, starting today, this challenge isn't called just a trading challenge. Starting today is going to be called simply 100k challenge by any means necessary. And to achieve that, we're going to start deving. The fucking dev mode is on, bro. First of all, why deving? Mainly because there is lesser risk to lose a shit ton of money, while at the same time, if you dev a really good project with all the socials, community, don't bundle it up like an asshole, and put a lot of effort into it, you can already easily outperform any other greedy ass dev on the chain. And second, obviously to make as much as possible from the creator fees, so that we can build our port up, and then use that port to catch some decent mid-sized trades on already established coins. Now, respecting your and my own time, this is how I plan to dev my projects. First, we obviously need a deving launchpad, right? I'm not going to overcomplicate things, so I'll be launching my projects by using GMGN's cooking feature. And no, we ain't going to use Xento or even Rapid Launch for this purpose, because we're not going to be vamping or pushing thousands of low quality 0f or 30k topper shitcoins. Instead, we're going to focus on some creative shit with lore behind them, with socials and maybe even websites. Since our goal here is to get as much as possible from the creator fees, not the coin itself, then it's only in our own interest that each coin we launch goes past the bonding curve. So everything is super simple. We will go to GMGN, choose the chain we want to dev on, open the cooking tool. Now, let's say we want to launch specifically on Pump Fun. Next, we select an image for our coin. After that, we create a ticker and give our coin a slogan that is going to be displayed next to the ticker itself. Next up, we need an X community. For that purpose, without any shady bullshit, I'll be putting my own name behind all of my launches. So I'll go to my X page, click on communities, create a new community, and simply fill out all the necessary information. Once a community for a coin is created, we can play around with different options, change the banner, all the usual shit, there's nothing hard about it. And then simply copy a link of the community, go back to the cooking tab on GMGN, and paste it in so once your coin is launched, people can see, view, and in the best case join the community. As for the website and Telegram, it's up to you if you want to create those. For the sole purpose of how to do it, I'm not going to create neither of two in this video. However, once I get to deving, I'll really consider at least putting together a website for each of my projects. If you're wondering why, then trust me, in the current market conditions, people would be happy to see a coin with not only a fucking basic ass community, but also a website attached to it. Kinda tells a lot about your dedication and seriousness as a dev, you know? Lastly, you simply choose the amount of your dev buy, which is going to be the very first transaction on your coin, and that's it, you simply launch it from there. Basically, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, when it comes to generating creative and cool projects, either look for inspiration in the migrated tab to understand what narratives are running on that specific day, or just do some research, be creative, and put something completely fresh together. No fucking secret sauce or whatever, just straight up daily grinding, bro. Anyways, before I wrap this shit up, last but not least, worth to mention, all of my launches will be completely transparent, and the first place where I'll be announcing them is my Telegram channel. So make sure to sign up and turn the notifications on if you haven't yet. Lastly, I just want to mention that my journey that you're currently a part of is a completely authentic journey. I'm not pulling some insider shit, you know, I'm not trading with insane amounts of money right off the bat. Everything that I do and document, it comes from a perspective of an average guy, bro. There is nothing special about me, I just simply do what's necessary. So lock in and let's get paid together, because sooner or later I can assure you that my shit will blow up. That's how confident and dedicated I am, and so should be you. Anyways, all the links including GMGN and my personal socials will be in the description below as usually. Lock in or clock in, bro. See you in a bit.